BTS.
That's right.
Welcome to the Nerdington Post. Yes?
I'm a bigger fan of Stray Kids.
Is that another K group?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I also really like Day 6 because they actually play their instruments.
they don't have a chicken nugget meal, bro.
I'll give you that.
So BTS. Hell yeah, man. What sold me on BTS was their Tiny Desk concert for NPR.
You're a really big fan of the Tiny Desk concert.
I love the
Have
Tiny
you
Desk
seen
concert.
Paramours? It's really good.
It's excellent.
It's awesome.
Here's the thing, man.
The only thing I know of Paramore is the Misery's Business song.
The stripped down version of their big single off their last album, really good. Tiny Desk, big fan of Tiny Desk, because as someone who thinks my favorite band all around might be the Bill Evans Trio. So the only instruments you need are drums, bass, piano.
Yep.
So I love the idea of Tiny Desk of like, let's get half the instruments out of here. Let's strip it down.
I think one of the things that Tiny Desk ever has done for me was actually give a shit about Mac Miller. I didn't care about Mac Miller at all. But I watched the Tiny Desk concert because Thundercat was in it, and it was like, I really enjoyed that.
Still haven't heard a single Mac Miller song.
Me either.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of...
Except for Tiny Desk, I guess. But I don't know their names.
Dua Lipa's Tiny Desk. That sold me on Dua Lipa. I mean, I haven't heard, like... I've never gone out of my way to actively listen to a not Tiny Desk Dua Lipa. But I'm a fan. I'm pro Dua Lipa.
I really like Thou's Tiny Desk concert. But that's just because I like the one album. It's funny. Thou is like a grindcore, like sludgy doom metal band. Mm-hmm. So it's always like noisy grindcore like vocals. But they have the one album, Inconceivable, which is all like stripped down, drony, acoustic, and that's my favorite fucking album. And they made a Tiny Desk concert of it, just as depressing.
There's a Pup Tiny Desk concert.
Yep, there is.
Yeah.
What?
Pup. They're a pop punk band.
No, I know who Pup is. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, if you like our content and if you like NPR. It's brought to you by viewers like you, so support NPR.
Support us.
Give them a cool donation.
Funny enough, the laptop is on a Tiny Desk.
It's a reasonable desk.
Yeah.
It's a regular desk.
Yeah.
Patreon coming soon, maybe.
Feet pics.
Yeah, feet pics.
I clip my nails for that.
Yeah, but hats off to Conan O'Brien, who recently had...
I want to take my hats off for him.
You're not
I have hats right there if you really want to take hats off.
Yeah. Let's get hats.
I'm going to say the ones that's bacon.
Hats off to Conan O'Brien. He's probably shaped my sense of humor and just my comedic sensibilities just watching him as a kid. He had his last late night show on TBS when he's transitioning to just doing podcasts, and he'll be doing something on HBO Max. But yeah. I'll probably be sadder when Conan O'Brien dies than when my parents die. That might be true. I mean, I love my parents. They're solid people, but I just...
You grew up with Conan O'Brien.
I connect with Conan more as a person, as an adult.
It's a very heavy statement.
Yeah.
Is it because you got some Irish in you?
Exactly. Well, I got that Roman Catholicness of just...
There we go.
Let's keep those feelings down and transform it into humor.
I did like he brought Tig Notaro on, and like they had a nice moment because he was like one of the few people that actually had her come to stand up when she first started. If you've never heard Tig Notaro, go check out her stand up.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, I love Tig Notaro.
She had a
Zombie of the Dead.
What is she? She's a double breast cancer survivor.
Yeah, double mastectomy.
Yeah. I remember like she had like
that hand just.
She had a set where she did her whole set like shirtless and just talking about it. And I was like, that's actually really cool because everybody's like scared to talk about it, or like being able to see the repercussions of what mastectomy is, and I thought it was really cool and brave. Yeah,
she also had a segment on Funny or Die.
Oh, her talk show.
Yeah, talk show because she doesn't pay attention to pop culture. So I don't remember what it was called, but something with Tig
Under
Notaro.
a Rock.
Under a Rock with Tig Notaro. So YouTube, Under a Rock with Tig Notaro. It's awesome.
They'd have guests on, and then Tig would try to figure out who the guest is.
That'd be like a famous musician, actor, It was awesome.
I feel like that sometimes. Just in general. Like, there's so much shit I don't know anything about because I tend to just stay in my little circle.
Yeah. It's okay, though.
Yeah. But on to some heavy, sad news. In keeping in line with things ending, prolific emulator creator, just like a long advocate of accurate emulation, known as Nier. Nier's dead. You may not be familiar with the name. I wasn't familiar with the name until this week, but Nier was one of the chief engineers behind BSNES, Heigen, which are like major emulators, game changers in terms of accurate emulation. Killed themselves just because. Yeah. Oh, it's a bummer. Apparently, there was like an aggressive, like, cyberbullying campaign and like harassment campaign. It's fucked up, man. People on the internet are fucked up, and it's just these psychopaths like trying to gamify, trying to destroy someone's life. I'm not gonna say like the source of the fucking those assholes to give. I don't want to give them power and attention with like the 12 views we get, but it's a bunch of fucking nutbags online.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Just be kinder to each other, man. Just fucking.
World is hard, but it's easy to be kind.
With the.
I just came up with that on the spot.
It's good.
It's good.
Cool workshop.
Assholes hiding behind anonymity. It's just so much easier. If you don't like something, just click that little X and.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just move on.
But we lost just a luminary in the term in the field of emulation, which people want backwards compatibility in their consoles. People want like old games brought to new systems and whatnot and updated for modern hardware. That's done through emulation, man, and it fucking it sucks. It sucks. It's shitty news, man.
Bad news.
Yeah, even with like Nintendo, there's been proven like. Oh, for your re-release, you just took that ROM that emulators worked on.
Yeah.
Like, it's, people are bastards on the internet, and just don't be a bastard on the internet. Just, it's all that energy. It takes less energy to just fucking move on, man.
You start energy for something constructive. Like,
exactly.
Fucking work on yourself, on a hobby that you've been, like,
work on a hobby.
touching in a while.
Like making Gundams.
Yeah.
Go to the gym and beat the shit out of a punching bag. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
jerk off a little.
Jerk off a lot.
Or a lot.
Yeah, or a lot. You know.
Or a lot.
Yeah.
Jerk off a lot.
Jerk
off.
Just get that relaxing release.
Get that sock nice and crusty.
Get that nut.
Yeah. And also, continuing with dead things. Dead dreams.
I was going to talk about McAfee.
No,
Okay.
that was last week.
Okay.
Smash Brothers. Sakurai killed a lot of people's dreams. Dante, the Dovahkiin / Dragonborn from Skyrim. Ooh. That
Okay there, buddy?
Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia and Shantae confirmed as Mii fighters. So we are not getting them as the last Smash Brothers DLC character.
I love the video you made for that, by the way.
Do it!
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain.
I don't know. I'm don't think of the idea that like that just kills streams and stuff like that. Yeah, it's bummer they're not gonna coming out, but I still think that's like fun and decent representation.
Yeah, I mean you
just can't have every
something.
single goddamn
No, you
character.
can't. But
And
it's
three
nice
of those
that
characters use swords. Like Smash Bros.
Dante
rosters
uses
already.
way more than just swords.
You're not
But
even
it
gonna
makes
stick.
but
You're not
it
even gonna stick it
makes
with your
sense for
lasters.
Dante to be in Smash Brothers as an actual character, not a Mii costume.
I feel like
You can have every single attack Dante does be a different weapon with how much he has.
I will give you that just because of the fucking ridiculously big moveless Kazuya has.
That's true.
Yeah, like just fucking down B and you switch to a different like style, and then that gives you a different weapon and all that fun stuff, different movesets. That would have been fun, but whatever.
Yeah. Something nice with this though of just confirming. It's like, hey, don't get your hopes up for the last DLC character.
Uh-huh.
These guys confirmed you're not getting them. So
Yep.
just keep your mind open to whoever this
Here's
new DLC is.
for like the two I won is Monster Hunter from Monster Hunter
Yeah.
and Crash.
I'm shocked they haven't done Crash yet.
I think it's gonna be. If it's the last one, I think it might be like another Nintendo character.
With
The thing
last season ended with a Nintendo character. Yeah, why not? It could be. Yeah, could be a Nintendo character.
could be maybe. Well, there's
Could be Geist from the hit GameCube game Geist.
maybe it's a wave racer.
Maybe it's Sam Fisher.
That's not Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What's probably gonna be the new protagonist for the new Fire Emblem. They're just gonna stick it in Smash Bros. Because that's what they did with
Yeah.
not Robin, Coral, whatever who's Corin. That's what they did. Corin. They added them before the game released.
Maybe it's gonna be Emmy from Metroid Dread as the final character,
I wouldn't mind Metroid representation.
but just like some generic ass robot.
Yeah,
as a
fuck it.
final
Why
DLC
not?
character.
As long as you make the gameplay fun, who cares?
that's fair.
I care.
You care?
It has to.
You don't even
It
play
has
it.
to
Yeah,
have.
I was about to say, do you even play Smash?
The character has to have drip, man.
It has to
Those
have drip.
Emmy designs have no drip.
Okay, let me ask you this.
No drip, man. You gotta have drip.
Can we make like a little like offshoot like segment of like we go through every single character in the Smash roster and decide if they have
yay or
drip or
nay.
not?
Yeah, we could do
Yeah,
that.
we can do that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, hell
Let's do
yeah.
Yeah,
that.
see, that's something next week.
Yeah.
So, what character has enough drip that would make you go out and buy Smash Brothers?
Dante. Or what if it's Nero instead?
Oh, that'd be dope.
Monster Hunter has drip.
Yeah.
You could get with Monster Hunter with all the different armor sets where each color palette is a different set of armor. That'd
That'd
be
be cool.
amazing.
What's probably gonna happen is that it's gonna have the Rathalos armor. So the first three colors are gonna be Rathalos, Azure Rathalos, and Silver Rathalos.
There's gonna be Kieran armor. That's
I
sexy armor.
sure is
Because they have Kieran armor in
Street Fighter.
and Ultimate
Yep.
also. So
It'd be cool if they did Skull Kid with Majora's Mask. I'd be down for that.
Next to, I mean, out of all the characters from Legend of Zelda, I think he's the other one that comes up aside from the major three.
what if Girahim? Because Skyward Sword
Oh.
HD is
Ooh,
coming out.
that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
But then it's just another sword guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they kicker on this one that he is the sword, so you can just make the move list where like his hitbox changes whenever he turns into a sword.
Girahim. I never played Skyward Sword.
Fuck, it's
I
gonna be
never
Baby
will.
Mario.
Oh, what if it's something lame like that?
Baby Mario with
not.
Yoshi.
Oh, guys, what if it's Sakurai himself?
I'd be okay with that.
And he's like a Seth character from Street Fighter where he has a little bit of everybody's moves.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
That'd be insane.
Just watch it.
I feel like that'd be very broken.
No.
It could. Well, it could be.
Historically, most of those characters have like really awful like frame data.
Oh, really?
And they're not necessarily as strong as the other ones. Seth is like
Low
HP
usually.
Low HP.
Okay.
Seth is a nice little counterbalance for that because Seth just is just solid in Street Fighter 5. And what's the one from Skullgirls? Double?
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played
Skullgirls like copy characters actually pretty decent.
Okay. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see. Comment down below which ones you want to.
Nero, come on, Nero.
Ooh, what if it's the Ninja Theory Dante? So they gave us the
okay with
Japanese
that.
Dante.
I'm okay with that. That's I like. That's better than a
Dante.
me costume. It's better than a me fighter or Virgil. Let's get Virgil. But I think
Yeah.
Monster Hunter is a better pick just because Monster Hunter Rise has been making Buku Dolores on Switch.
They haven't done an Animal Crossing character yet, have they?
Yeah, they have. Villager,
Villager and Isabel.
That shows how much I care about Smash.
Yeah.
And Isabel.
What's his hat? What's that? Oh, it's a Halloween
baby.
hat.
It's the poster behind you.
Halloween hat, baby.
From Fright Rags. So if you like horror shit, check out Fright Rags. They're awesome.
But we got some hot rumors tying into what Will's been playing. He's been playing some Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes.
Supposedly, Grand Theft Auto 6 coming 2025 at the earliest, which is ridiculously long.
By the time,
but possible.
By the time it's 2025, it'll have been close to 11 years since the original GTA 5 came out. That's wild.
I will suspect a drop on pregnancies if it does get released in 2025.
Yeah, just rumors for now. Supposedly...
It'll be like a Fortnite evolving map that is ever changing, which, I mean, that doesn't... I mean, I don't know if that makes sense for...
It does,
GTA.
with Grand Theft Auto. Since online's the big moneymaker.
That's true.
Just you're constantly adding new events, new buildings, like new zones and whatnot.
Allegedly based off of a modern day Vice City.
Which would be cool, man.
Modern
Miami.
day, yeah.
Miami. I'm still holding up for like a Chicago or a Texas base game. I think that'd be cool. Like, I would like to see dumb criminal shit with cows. If it's based in Texas. And Texas is like big enough where you can just fit whatever.
Yeah,
But I think it makes sense to go...
They're sticking... Like, Grand Theft Auto is just stuck to those three locations.
Yeah, Liberty City,
you could wrestle a gator.
And,
I would like to wrestle
Miami. But yeah, I would like to see a modern day... I'd even like to see if they did a throwback to Vice City in the 80s and just like from a different perspective, because
I would like
Vice
to
City was awesome.
Actually play and finish a Grand Theft Auto.
You
never finished one?
I lose interest.
Yeah, I get that. Open world burnout, man. I haven't played one since Vice City.
San Andreas is
Really?
yeah. San Andreas was the only one that kept me occupied, not just because I wanted to make my guy cool.
Make him jacked?
Yeah.
Make
him jacked and then make him really fat and then make him in the middle. Like, yeah, just customizing him was like my fun. I never really played
Yeah, that was great about San Andreas. 4 was okay.
I keep hearing like that about 4, but like just looking at summaries of everything, like 4 has the most solid storyline.
That's what I hear.
4 was good. 5, I kind of like the. I like.
Everybody
the
likes
characters.
Trevor, and I fucking hate Trevor.
Trevor was okay.
I'm not
Every
every
playthrough I did, I always killed Trevor or left him alive and never bothered him.
So it seems like if they even do the changing map over time with single player, it seems like if I don't know, they might do where you make your own main character,
Right.
Because the Housers, like who are the main writers for the stories, they left Rockstar. So if like the main creative force for narrative is gone out of Rockstar, they might focus on just gameplay, just making your character and integrating a single player and online, where you have just one unified character jumping into offline and online, doing that stuff. I mean, also with just how online focused everything is these days.
Yeah, just make your main character an avatar.
I mean, that's cool. I hope they don't do that.
Do that.
I just like it because I mean, usually their stories are good. Like Red Dead 2 was phenomenal. It was such a great story. It's a
I haven't finished that.
I loved it.
60 hours for a main campaign, like no thanks, I'm out.
I've played through it 3 times.
Oh my god!
I think it's that good. I mean, whatever they decide to do will probably work because people are going to buy it because it's GTA 6.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter.
No,
but I hope at least they keep it somewhat story driven.
I would like to see their take on streamers.
What do you mean?
Because Rockstar, at least the GTA, from my understanding, just parodies a lot of like parodies a lot of like popular media and things going on during that time period that they get released. I would like to see their take on like K-pop and streamers.
I'd be down for that. There's probably a mission where you have to escort a K-pop band or something.
And you lose one of them, and it's like, no, you got the wrong one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's just again random guy off the street or something. I don't know.
Oh, in Cyberpunk, there's a whole mission where you have to trying to sabotage a J-pop group.
That's right. That was a fun mission.
That's a fun game, man. So that's a game I've played over 3 times.
See, that's
over 300 hours.
I've been meaning to like check it back out.
Check a look.
Well, because that's the thing. Like, I put 80 hours on it, and I love the gameplay loop, and I love the gameplay, how it felt. But Takemura. So after the main mission where Jackie dies, and then you have to meet back with Takemura at a specific spot, he kept loading up underneath the world over and over. Okay. So it didn't matter. So it didn't matter if I uninstall it, reinstall it, re-downloaded my save data. I kept doing it. So it's like, you know what? I put in my time. I enjoy the game. But it makes me sad because I really like the characters in the game. So I keep hearing the character arcs are actually like really
They're
good.
great.
They're satisfying.
I think we did 2 straight episodes where we talked about Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like
I can talk about it way more.
Yeah.
Like the mission where you had to do the funeral for Jackie, like that made me bummed as fuck. That made me super sad. And then you had to decide whether or not his girl was gonna be allowed in the
You
thing.
always let her in, man.
I let her in.
It's all about La Familia.
That's right.
What are you doing in Italian?
I mean, it's the same word. It's the same word.
Almost the same flag too.
Yeah. They have the same values. Again, you got that strong
Roman
Catholicism.
Catholic,
yeah.
But keeping it in the family, Sony has acquired Housemarque.
Yeah, bringing more things into the family. Returnal. I was just Returnal.
Solid ass shooting game.
Yeah.
Really shitty roguelike, but fucking solid ass.
Yeah, mechanically.
Solid.
It's fun.
They've been simpatico with Sony for a long time, since the PS3 era, with Super Stardust HD, Dead Nation, Resogun for the PS4 launch, Nex Machina. They're the king of the modern day shmup. And yeah, Sony they're part of the family now. When you're family. Speaking of family, I also saw Fast 9, but that movie's ass.
Is it really that bad?
It's okay.
I've only seen Tokyo Drift.
But yeah, Sony acquired Housemarque, so they got another studio under their belt. That Returnal did well for them. Critically, for sure. I don't know about commercially. It probably made its money back. And then also confirmed acquisition by Sony, Nix's, where you guys may not be familiar with them, but Nix's is
they're a PC port.
Yeah, probably the best PC porting house in the game. So with them making more PC ports, I mean, that's fantastic news.
Exactly, because that's more people that get to play Sony exclusive games. The diehard fanboys are not going to be happy about that, but fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, so based on the leaked spreadsheet, we know Uncharted 4 is coming to PC eventually. But yeah, with Nix's in line, that means whatever Sony thing is coming to PC is gonna be a solid port.
Yeah,
I've heard nothing but like scary stories from the Horizon port.
Yeah, it's
not great apparently.
It's solid. It's not as good as it could be. I mean, it's not a Nix's port, baby. But pretty much
maybe it will be later.
You never know.
Pretty much every PC port that Square Enix made has been by Nix's. I dig them. It's a great acquisition. Who knows if they're going to be just porting exclusively PlayStation games, or maybe it's just we just own Nixis and they can just keep doing their own thing.
And they get a cut of games that go to PC.
Yeah, because Sony has made weird acquisitions. We bought this company that makes this video codec and this audio codec, and just they could keep doing what they do.
You're just under the Sony name.
Yeah, that same codec's gonna be used everywhere by every developer. We're just gonna get our cut from it. So maybe it's like that, but but based on the branding that they had of just with the PlayStation stuff, it seems like they're gonna be focused on PlayStation properties, and also got leaked by a tweet that was quickly removed by Sony Australia or some other region, possibly Bluepoint acquisition in terms of.
I mean, they did solid work with the Shadow of the Colossus remake and also their Demon's Souls remake.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what other Sony properties they're looking into remake, because I don't think they've done anything original, right? They're only been done remakes or remasters.
But that lines up with the Nix's acquisition of just
exactly.
We got the best remake house in the game, remaster house. We got the best port house in the game. It just lines up for their future strategies of
which remake would you like for them to work on next? Because there's rumors going around that they're working on they're working on the MGS one, which I'll be okay with it. But I would like to see Legend of Dragoon. I just want Legend of Dragoon to be a thing again.
What's a... Okay, I thought of it. Omega Boost. It's a third-person shooter from the PS1 era, made by Polyphony, which is the Gran Turismo team, which is the only non-Gran Turismo game they've made in the past 5 years. Yeah, it's like a mech space shooter. It's super fun.
Let me see.
I love it.
Yeah. Let me see if Google looks up. It's just a wet string.
Yeah, I own a copy of...
I had a bootleg of this. There you go.
Yeah, I own a copy of this. I
played that.
I don't remember if I used to have a Japanese copy also, just because I saw it in like a random mom and pop game shop. I don't remember if I still have it, because when am I ever going to pop in a disc for this Japanese version? But yeah, that'd be a sick remake.
That'd be cool.
What are you, Billy?
What about you?
What PlayStation game would I want remade? Fuck, that's it.
Last of Us 1.
Ugh,
We're getting that.
I mean, we're already getting a director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima.
And that's trending.
Yes, we are.
I don't know why. I mean, I know why, because they want to cash in on it. Fuck, a PlayStation game.
What's that
exclusive, baby?
What's that weird PlayStation 1 hack and slash game that was had Bloodborne vibes?
Oh,
what wasn't Bloodborne?
Nightmare Creatures.
Yes. Let's do that.
Oh, I think it was called Legacy of Kain.
Oh,
okay.
Legacy of Kain.
Or Soul Reaver, one of
Soul
the
Reaver,
two.
yeah.
Oh,
that's a Square Enix property.
Is it really?
Yeah.
But it was a PlayStation exclusive, right?
Who
It was
owns?
on. I think it later came to Dreamcast and stuff like that.
Who owns Twisted Metal?
Oh, Sony.
Sony. Well, there you go. There you go. Twisted Metal.
I would
remake.
like to see Twisted Metal or Soul Reaver or Legacy of Kain. I like those games on PlayStation 1.
Let me see, what's that lamb's name? Not Pennywise, the other one.
Sweet Tooth.
Let me see Sweet Tooth's
that would be a cool property to bring back.
Or Sony, just bring that PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility library to PS5, man. Let me play.
Pull an Xbox, man.
Twisted Metal
Pull an
Black.
Xbox.
Yeah.
It's easy. They do it for a shit ton of games.
Yeah.
And they get FPS boosts, so I don't know.
Well, it's easier with them since it's all been DirectX architecture
yeah.
with all Windows. It's all the same shit. So, it's just that PS3 architecture with the cell processor.
Sure
weird,
is.
man. Weird times.
What's next? Oh, Nier. So
Nier.
you got this.
Nier Reincarnation got a release date.
That's the mobile one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so with the wild popularity and the success of Nier Automata, the next Nier game is a mobile game,
Which I
free to
think I
play.
might skip.
I'm gonna get it. I already pre-registered. Coming out July 28th. I mean, it seems like the format is you're going through this mysterious building, and you're just getting vignettes of different stories, and that's kind of what Yoko Taro does.
Oh, so
it's just a vehicle for short stories, pretty much.
Okay.
I might check that out then.
Yeah.
Because I really like the text RPG section in the original Nier.
Yeah.
I thought it was super enjoyable.
That's pretty much what you're getting.
I might check it out.
You go through this
I
tower.
say that I probably won't.
You meet new characters, and then you explore their stories, and that's it. And it has turn-based battles.
Okay.
And that's what Yoko Taro does. You want stories? Here you go. Here's a medium for stories. It's a story vehicle. And I will get it. It's going to be great. It's Yoko Taro, so it's going to have drip, man.
It's going to be drip.
Yeah,
It's also going to be
design's gonna have
sad. It's also going to be sad. And you're going to have to kill somebody you don't want to kill.
Yeah, you're just going to
Yeah, Yoko
have
Taro,
those sad existential
Yoko Taro
feelings,
has
questioning your existence, the meaning of life.
Yoko Taro
That's
has a
Yoko
move
Taro.
list of like 3 special moves, and all of them are cancel into each other, and they do a shield of damage.
Yeah. It's breaking your heart, man. Breaking your heart. So I'm excited for that. Nier Reincarnation. Hopefully we get a more full-blown Nier game in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Who knows? Sony's Square's wishy-washy with that guy.
I mean, fuck, that would be too.
Yeah. Well,
You heard his plans about how he wanted to handle the Nier raid for Final Fantasy XIV?
No.
He wanted you to delete your character towards the end.
That's not happening.
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
To match Nier?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not happening.
Ugh.
People have been invested for those characters for a decade, but no. Yeah, no. Of course, they're not going to let that slide.
Well, apparently,
But it'd
like,
be fantastic if it
apparently they wanted us like, well, what if we make a fake stream where it deletes your character? And it's like, no, we're scared if it glitches out, it will actually delete the character, so that's not happening.
Alright. But, so, EA's having their EA Play this month. We were speculating what's going to be on there. Today they confirmed no Dragon Age, no Mass Effect.
And what's the point then?
Battlefield. I
Madden
guess.
22.
Battlefield and sports.
Yep. And then apparently the unannounced one that they're bringing back that fans want.
What fans
Some
want?
mystery
Dead
things.
Space.
Dead Space.
Dead
Supposedly that's going to be there.
Supposedly. They're going to announce like the rebirth of a...
Are we
Dead Space
okay
reboot.
with Dead Space coming back? I just don't want to see a Dead Space remake.
But we'll see.
I want Isaac Clarke to shut up. Dead Space, yeah, Dead Space 2 was my favorite one of the three, but like I like when Isaac Clarke was just a silent protagonist.
Then they made him a guy who talks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main reason I'm bringing up these dashed hopes and dreams for BioWare, former BioWare head, or at least, I don't know if he was a full-on head, but at least he was in charge of the studio that was in charge of Mass Effect. He was the creative director for the main Mass Effect trilogy. Casey Hudson started a new studio, Humanoid Studios. Which, yeah, I think they're going to keep up with that classic BioWare RPG making.
Hey, I'm all for it, man.
We'll see what they come up with in a couple of years.
Bring me
Humanoid
KOTOR
Studios.
3, please.
You want KOTOR 3?
I like KOTOR. That's the only
I love
Star
KOTOR.
Wars thing I like.
I got it on my Xbox.
I think they just announced a new expansion for the Old Republic, so why don't you get in on that, man? That's the closest thing you're getting.
Rumor is Obsidian at Xbox is secretly working on a KOTOR remake or reboot or something. But it's a rumor.
Everyone's saying Obsidian's working on everything.
Yeah, they say
don't
a New
think-
Vegas. They say
Well,
KOTOR.
I thought they confirmed they're working on the Outer Worlds too.
Yes.
That is confirmed.
The thing is, that's
That's my favorite trailer.
they're
from
already
Reture.
I
working.
really enjoy Outer Worlds.
They're already
So did
working
I.
on Grounded. They're balls deep on developing Avowed. So at best, Outer Worlds 2 is in pre-production, which means
That's like a 2024, 2025 game.
they're probably not working on anything else. They already have two major first-person RPGs, and then their side team working on Grounded. What else are they working on? Maybe they have a smaller team working on that New Vegas.
I mean, just
remaster.
doing like
They just-
pre-production,
They're just taking around writing stick
Yeah,
figures.
it's
Wouldn't it
not-
be cool if we did this?
storyboarding.
Yeah.
People are just.
Yeah, you know how it
attributing-
goes though with rumors, though.
They're just attributing
once you
their
hear a
hopes and
rumor, it
dreams
just
onto
goes.
something. Yeah, it's not. They're working on Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. So leave it at that. They're going to be great RPGs.
Yep.
Stop pinning your hopes and dreams onto. Ugh.
Just buy them. Just go buy them on Xbox. They're like $5.
Just they're available.
Or just pirate them.
Yeah,
They're less than $5.
yeah, pirate them.
yeah. In terms of
5-finger discount.
so what? Control was a lot of people's game of the year last year,
I never played it.
or was that 20? Yeah, last year or
No, it was
2019.
2019.
2015.
Yeah, I never played it. I bought it.
Do you
on
like
PC.
Bioshock?
Yes,
It's Bioshock, but with
Third person?
retro-futuristic skin.
third person.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to check it out. I got it, but because it
I
has
also
phenomenal
want it.
ray tracing. But you know, who
I
can
like-
get a ray tracing card? So I haven't played it.
I like the world building. I like the stories.
the weird fiction.
Yeah, I
Sam
like
Lake.
the funny. The stories like fun. I didn't care for the gameplay.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the gameplay was just serviceable.
That's
Well,
the thing about all of that,
Remedy's
Remedy's
gameplay
games.
is hit or miss. It's either really good.
I don't
Guess
like it.
they never miss.
They're all misses for me.
Yes, you don't say
But
yes,
they're. I like them enough where I will check out every new game.
Same.
But it's just like, I don't like
Their
this,
games
but
I always
it's-
get on sale. I never
Yes.
pay full price for them.
I just want Alan Wake again.
Yeah, but
I
we'll
love
get that
Alan
Control
Wake.
DLC, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, Control, the reason I'm bringing it up, Remedy and 505 Games, the publisher, announced new Control stuff in the pipeline. There's going to be a bigger budget new Control game, and then they're also working on a multiplayer spin-off.
Are we gonna get a
Yeah.
Controllerverse?
It's the Alan Wakeverse. It's all one guy. Mm-hmm. It's all one universe, baby. You gotta get that Alan Wake expansion.
It's on Game Pass.
You gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Let me get an Xbox first.
It's on PS5.
Alan Wake?
Yeah. Oh no.
No, it's on Game Pass.
Alan Wake's on PC, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's on.
Oh yeah. At least I'm pretty sure it's on. I'm pretty sure it's on Game Pass.
Literally, the only thing I play on my PC are graphic novels.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like dating sims and graphic novels. They're fun. Like
it's all about Minecraft Dungeons.
Minecraft Dungeons is actually pretty dope.
I've heard.
Dude, you have Strive on PC. Let's play sometime.
I don't have Strive on PC.
I thought you double dipped.
I'm gonna double dip after I trade in my physical copy to get the digital copy for PlayStation 5, and then I'll get the digital one.
You gotta get the PC version for Strive because lower input latency.
Not only that, I also saw
a 3-frame difference.
I also saw some of the modded skins, and somebody modded Blade into Nago.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it looks dope.
That's cool. Someone got rid of Ram's cloak, which I like the cloak.
I like the cloak. I don't like her bralette. I like just the belts better. But I really
it's too sexy. People are going to be busting too many nuts while playing Strive if you keep your old costume. Busting too many nuts.
I guess they're busting some nuts. They're busting some nuts. Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, everyone wants a new Silent Hill, right? Everyone wants a new Silent Hill.
I mean,
everyone keeps attributing these bullshit rumors to oh, maybe Kojima's working on the new Silent Hill game. No. Here's the deal. Here's the brass tacks. Konami and Bloober team are working together. So that's the brass tacks. They're probably making a new Silent Hill game.
Whether you like it or not.
Bloober team, they got on the map with Layers of Fear, which I thought was just a spooky
the Blair Witch game.
Yeah.
Blair Witch game.
The
Medium most recently, which is the closest thing we're getting to a Silent Hill game. Yeah, so it makes sense that Bloober team and Konami crossed up, working together.
If you ever want a walk-in horror simulator, play Soma. That's a good one.
I've heard good things of Soma.
It's great. It's a great game. It's a great fucking game.
I have that for free on GOG. I just never got around to it because
it's like 3 hours at the most.
Yeah.
It's great.
So the Amnesia team, but yeah, they're better than Bloober team.
Yeah,
but Bloober team, it's better than nothing, and they have the potential to make a really good Silent Hill game compared to the previous developers who just didn't get it.
Didn't get it. I think
there's a weird 360.
I'm being a little bit of a butt here and pessimistic, which I tend not to be. I think they have their position in such a way where they can have people talk about the series. I don't think they're gonna do a good Silent Hill game. I think they're just gonna bring back people talking about Silent Hill.
Right.
Which I'll take that.
I think they have the potential to, because each game they're getting better at crafting more psychological horror.
What I'm afraid of is they're just gonna
spooky turn the corner.
What I'm afraid of is they're gonna get a little too caught up with the lore.
Yeah, that's always
because all their all their horror games are very lore heavy too.
I mean, hopefully it's kind of like a back to the basics, kind of I don't want to say a reboot, but just go back to what made Silent Hill a good game.
Yeah,
keep it simple.
I think you nailed that. Just because Silent Hill is always just the background noise to the character drama.
Mm-hmm.
If they could just nail that rather than focusing on Silent Hill the town, Silent Hill the past, and the...
This is why the town is fucked up, because the fireman killed some kids.
Yeah. No, that's not why Silent Horror is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about...
It's about my dead wife in the trunk.
Sounds
she
like
was
Max
there all
wife.
along.
Henry Mason.
James
Sunderland. That's the guy.
I cried when... In one of the ends... Have you played Silent Hill 2?
I've never beat it.
You've never beat it?
It's scary.
It is scary. My favorite one is 3, but... Fucking Silent Hill 2, when you beat the game, your wife actually reads you a letter, and it's just the voice actress just reading the whole ass letter. That made me cry first time I played it.
Damn.
And then I told my brother not to come in because fucking I was crying.
Molly, he comes in and watches you cry, and you just pop him in the face. Why are you crying?
Now you're gonna cry. And kind of keeping in with Silent Hill news, Kojima and Xbox have reached a principal agreement for Xbox to make his next game. So that's kind of a big development for Xbox, kind of inching their way towards trying to get in the Japanese market. Mm-hmm. So
let's see what
good
happens.
For them.
Yeah, see what happens.
Reportedly, it's gonna be cloud-based, which I'm curious to see what kind of gimmicks it's gonna bring based on that.
Which I'm not looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to. It's like, oh, that was dope, and then forget about it later.
You could see someone else's
like
ladder
all his
that
games.
they put up.
Yeah,
like all his games. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'll play it in 8 months again.
Yeah. Too much freedom. He has too much freedom.
Yeah.
You gotta rein it in.
What happens when you make like 3 or 4 really good games in a row?
No, it's what happens when you don't bully the weird kid and you hype him up instead.
That's true too.
Just smack him a little bit.
Bully
Keep him in
kids.
check.
Kids should be bullied more.
Yeah.
So, because you get a game like this.
Yeah.
But yeah. Big guys going indie though. JP Games, which is the indie studio founded by Hajime Tabata, who is the director of Crisis Core, Final Fantasy Type 0, Final Fantasy 15. He's got his little mobile game for the Paralympics coming out, but he talked about the next projects he's working on. He's working on a smaller title that's kind of like Final Fantasy Type 0, or just, a little simple mobile game thing, mission-based thing. And then also in pre-production for a large-scale RPG in the vein of Final Fantasy 15. So let's do it, baby.
Yeah,
let's do it. This is what I want.
Yeah,
this is what I wanted out of his new studio.
If he can deliver in the character drama, I'll like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which he did with Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, 15 wasn't a bad game.
The overall,
it wasn't the best Final Fantasy.
No, the overall story, setting, and lore was weird, but that's because
it's a Final Fantasy game.
And also, he was picking up
like two other people's messes.
Yeah,
who's
that? Because 15 was in development for a long time.
Yeah,
he was picking up the pieces of Tetsuya Nomura, who notoriously has shitty stories with the Kingdom Hearts series.
Well, he tends to work backwards. It's like these are the things. These are my red herrings, and shit. These red herrings could be a cool thing. I'm gonna unmake red herrings and work them into making sense into the story. You guys you guys don't play Kingdom Hearts like I do, right?
Oh, I love Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, literally the plot for 2.8 it was to explain just like how Mickey gets into the like in the dark into the door of the darkness, and why he doesn't have a shirt. They do a complete they do a separate scene in that game just to show you like why he doesn't have a shirt on and why he has classic Mickey clothes and not his weird Kingdom Hearts Mickey clothes. Yeah, it's great.
We got Aqua gameplay though.
Yeah, we did.
So yeah, just Nomura should be off story.
He should just be designing characters.
Yeah, because
he makes a solid goth girl.
Because Nomura, he's one of the creative leads for Stranger in Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, which is an awful name, and also has awful dialogue.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's so stupid. The main characters suck. It's we talked about this last week, but what's your take on it?
What do you think?
I think
story aesthetically.
I stole this. I'm stealing this joke from Mac Muscles. It is just Final Fantasy USA. It's just it's 3 dudes that went to JCPenney's, got their clothes, and they're ready to kill chaos. I really like the combat because I really like Dark Souls combat, and having Team Ninja run it, I think it's a smart decision because the weapons feel different.
It feels stiffer than those games, though. It still feels stiffer than Souls, way stiffer than Neo. I'm not liking it.
I like it because it is Final Fantasy. I don't know. The combat felt good to me. It is stiffer.
Yeah.
It is a lot stiffer, but it made me appreciate my other options that I had. When it came to movement and rolling, canceling those things.
Just there's a certain.
I hope they do more stuff with like the classic Final Fantasy things, like because I was messing with the bombs quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like if you shoot fire magic on them, you do no damage, but they get bigger, and you shoot them 3 times, then guess what? They explode. They do it AOE. So
I was just
messing
bored
with that.
playing it. I was just really bored.
The story so far, nothing to speak about. I really like fighting Garland. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I hope more of the bosses are like that.
It has a certain
There's definitely something
Square
missing.
Enix overcomplication / clunkiness with how convoluted Dissidia's combat system was for a fighting game. Like you have 2 defensive, like you have 3 defensive buttons. That's too many. You have the dodge, you have the block, and then you have a specific parry button. Like why not just like every other game? The parry is the same button as block. You just have to time it.
Right.
But I do not agree with the controller layout. I wish it actually made me
overcomplication.
It made me like Magic, because Black Mage was my favorite class out of all the ones they put up in the demo. But yeah, the controller layout is not great. I think the characters are boring as well. It's just 3 dudes. 2 of them being angry. The other one is black. Like he had nothing to say.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's early.
Yeah.
They may make it better. Who
gives
knows?
me with a hopeful.
They'll make gameplay better.
Yeah.
Just because Team Ninja always delivers with those surveys and tweaking combat. They did it with Neo 1 and 2. So at least gameplay will get better. Nomura, he'll suck forever.
Yeah.
So those characters aren't changing. The story's not changing. But the gameplay will at least get better.
Oh.
But yeah, our last bit of news dropped earlier today. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. I thought it was just going to be a port, but it's a whole DLC thing. There's a new island to explore, new story content,
Which is great.
which is cool. Which I'll probably get.
I just feel like this is Sony's way of being like, hey, instead of just giving you a free upgrade for the game, buy it again. Granted, it's not $70. I know. So, I mean, it's great. You're gonna have visual upgrades, but it's like, why don't you just do the visual upgrade for free, then do like $15 for the DLC.
Well, the DLC you could buy separately for $20. So that's what I'll do. I'll just buy the $20 expansion and then. But yeah, just repackaging it. With PS4 is just just the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, but
It's a great game, though.
yeah.
I just hope we're not starting a trend where we're gonna start calling games director's cuts.
Just like release it on a new platform.
Yeah.
Well, not just release a new platform, just like the Game of the Year edition is gonna be the director's cut version of the game. It's like, hey, you remember those bad ideas that I had? They're gonna be in the game because I cannot be talked to.
Yeah.
And also, like, we really can't have. For a life of me, we really can't have that many like game directors that deserve to have a director's cut.
Right.
I can't. Nate Fox. I was gonna say I can't even name the director of just of this game, but no, Nate Fox has been the main creative lead director at Sucker Punch. So I'm assuming he's the director of this game.
Exactly.
But if you don't have a well-known household name director, don't call it a director's cut. For
if Neil Druckmann wasn't a well-known game director and he released a director's cut of a game,
Druckmann could do a director's cut.
No, I'm saying he can't.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I absolutely think he can.
I was gonna say the Last of Us guy because I don't know if he's
with how hands-on, how he has,
how involved he is in the process. It would make sense if he did a director's cut.
Yeah. Kojima does a director's cut if Nate Fox.
Yeah, Nate Fox actually.
Yeah.
Nate Fox
so he
Jason
was.
Connell.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
But yeah, our main issue is the branding of the director's cut.
Yeah.
Just
call it the complete edition, Game of the Year edition.
Game of the Year edition. Yeah.
The Senpai edition.
Yeah. I'll check it out though because I love Ghost of Tsushima.
I still have the director. I still have the collector's mask, and I still have the collector box items from it. I don't know. I tend not to revisit games, but I really like.
Baby.
I really
some DLC is fantastic out there.
That's right.
Fantastic. Some DLC's better than the main game.
If I buy the PlayStation 5 version, put it in, and he loads up my PlayStation 4 save file, then yes. If it doesn't, it makes me
you can
have
transfer the save file.
If it makes me replay the whole game, then no.
That's fair.
Yeah, if you want it's just the annoying thing of like if you want the PS5 upgrade and you already have the PS4 version, that's like you have to pay the $10.
I'll do that. I mean, I'll do
next
that.
gen tax.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. And then like the DLC separately is $20.
As somebody that played the game in Japanese, I'm really happy they're doing Japanese lip sync. Because they took away a couple scenes, and the Kurosawa mode actually uses black instead of gray, so it looks dope.
Nice.
Might check that out. Yeah, that was my main issue with the original Ghost of Tsushima. It uses a gradient. It doesn't uses true black and white.
Right.
So it didn't look good.
Yeah, I couldn't have played in that gradient. Like I tried. I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool throwback, but like you said, it's not a true black and white, so it kind of didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I didn't see, did you guys see a release date? I was reading this as I was
August
driving.
something.
August something. Okay.
I'll look at it.
Yeah, August. I'll buy that $20 DLC, baby. But yeah, did they have a trailer for it? I'm assuming they did. Why have an announcement? Did they
August
show the new
20th.
content? Okay, I'll watch. I'll watch the trailer when I'll post the footage.
They showed
here,
a trailer. The new island they're visiting looks more fantasy-like than the other ones. If you ever mess with the multiplayer for Ghost of Tsushima, which is Ghost of Tsushima Legends, full of like fantasy stuff because you're playing legends.
Yeah, exactly.
Things being foretold.
Hey.
So it looks. I mean, the game was gorgeous. So.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite games last year.
Hey, when this DLC comes out, can I borrow one of your copies?
Yes.
Go for it.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Because I couldn't remember if I still had it, and then I remembered I traded it in for 13 Sentinels.
Your game of the year.
Yes.
It's a great fucking game.
It's so good, dude. my not Last of Us 2 game of the year, baby. Well, no, Last of Us 2 wasn't game of the year. What was game of the year? Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, it was Cyberpunk. It was Cyberpunk. 13 Sentinels, Last of Us 3.
Last of Us 2.
Mine was Cyberpunk.
Ghost of Tsushima? Was that last year? That was last year.
That was last year.
Yeah, I think I said Cyberpunk, Doom Eternal.
Yeah, Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal, and then Ghost, and then Last of Us.
Yeah.
For me was Yakuza 7, Ghost, and I forgot.
Yeah, I love Doom Eternal.
Last year was a blur.
Our shout out was remember Miles Morales?
Oh yeah, we kept saying how great it was, and we're like,
just like but it's just more Spider-Man, and it's like we all love Miles Morales, but none of us like it enough to put it
in the top 3.
Yeah. But yeah.
It was a great game though. It's right next to you.
So what you're?
You mean literally?
It's literally.
You mean literally? I thought you were saying like I was as straight as your game of the year.
You are as great as my game of the year.
But Grand Theft Auto, we mentioned this earlier.
Yeah, I just feel like playing it again, just because I need something stupid to play.
Story or online?
Oh, story. I don't like online.
Dude,
there's too much chaos for me.
There's so many dudes with either 420 or 69 in there.
I turn on online for like 20 minutes. Like, all right, I can't do this. It's so stupid.
It's ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
Because my buddy Phil, that like Grand Theft Auto Online is just one of the games he goes back to. It's just when I'm hanging out and just seeing him play, like, oh my god,
it's fucking chaos.
If you're into Grand Theft Auto Online, you're obligated to have some sort of weed-related thing in your handle.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the people that would come in and buy it and get like the bucks,
shark cards.
Yeah, shark cards. And then I need to finish Ratchet and Clank, but I've just been so busy this week with work and moving. So I'm gonna probably finish Ratchet and Clank this weekend because I got a long weekend, and then finally break into Mario Golf, which is very average. It's not that great. I'd give it like a solid 6 or 7 out of 10.
Mario Golf just strikes me as a multiplayer game.
It is.
Compared to past games or just in general?
In general.
Okay.
It feels like Nintendo was like, hey, let's slap golf on here and let people feel like, Golf 64 and like nostalgia.
Do you play the Fortnite golf that they have? Where everybody, like, nobody takes a turn, everybody's just golfing at the same time?
Oh, not yet.
Okay.
I still want to do that because that looks fun. I have a couple buddies who picked it up, so we're going to like figure out maybe a time this weekend to play it.
That looks like a redeeming thing.
Yeah. So I'll have a final score probably next week after I do that. But yeah, so it's been GTA 5 and then just trying to finish Ratchet and Clank, which if you have a PS5, play Ratchet and Clank. That and RE Village are my Game of the Year contenders so far.
Do you have all the weapons? Do you have the Rhino?
Not yet. I'm currently going through everything to get all the weapons.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
All the weapons are fucking sick, though.
Yeah, that's classic Naughty Dog. Or not Naughty. It's classic Insomniac Ratchet and Clank, man. Steam sale, I might pick up...
Do it.
Sunset Overdrive.
Nice.
$5.
Oh, it was one of my favorite Xbox games when the Xbox One came out. I loved Sunset Overdrive.
I remember when I first got an Xbox One. That's like the first game I picked up.
Yep.
I played it for like a good 20 hours. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was really good.
It just didn't interest me enough to hold me over.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I love that game. Yeah. I love Sunset Overdrive.
The main thing that kept me out of Sunset Overdrive, though, the open worldness.
Where's your bathroom? I got a piece.
Straight down, first door on your left.
Worldness.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a cool open world. Kind of generic at some points.
Yeah, but open world burnout, man.
I know.
I know the movement, the shooting, the weapons, all gonna be great because it's more or less Ratchet and Clank, but where you could zip on rails and shit. But I don't want to dick around in open
That's
world.
fair. And then I've just been watching Loki.
That's
Loki's
the only show
great.
you've been watching? Yeah. I'm digging it. I'm liking the... I always like the weird cosmic Marvel stuff, and I'm glad they're getting into it with this Loki series.
Did you see, after the last episode, the thing about them changing the ending of WandaVision? Where it's like they did a silhouette of what looks like Doctor Strange coming down the lake, and they changed some colors of the trees.
I heard about it. I didn't rewatch it.
I did. So they did change it. There's a silhouette that you see in the trees. I mean, it could be Doctor Strange. I don't know. I don't know if they intentionally did that. I don't know. Here's
the thing. Someone who comes from anime watching background, I think nothing of this. It's just because in anime... it'll air on TV, but then when the Blu-ray release of the show comes out, they'll touch up some of the scenes and frames since they have the extra time.
So there's a good chance it was there, but no one noticed it.
No, it was just they're touching it up in post, and then that's gonna be the final version for the Blu-ray release or whatever. Okay. Just because, same thing with Game of Thrones, where when the home release came out, they took out the cup and all the just touch things up in post, after the air date. We were talking about how there's some differences in the final scene for WandaVision, but I think it's a similar thing to anime where
they just clean up things on post.
Yeah, between the air release and then the home release, they just touch up some stuff. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
We'll see though.
A great example for those Blu-ray releases and home release and TV airings for anime like JoJo is really noticeable for that. More so Part 4, they completely fix this. I forgot her name, but the wife, Kira's maid of wife, they fix her up very intensely and just all the gore factors and things like that.
Yeah, and the new Berserk series, which it's still bad looking, but the DVD release is still very noticeably better than the.
So, I don't know why I'm gonna ask you guys this. What do you guys plan? I already know the answer.
Okay. Guilty Gear striving. We're striving.
Guilty Gear.
We're striving to get to heaven.
Guilty Gear and Shin Megami.
How was that?
Well, I played it in the PlayStation 2, so it's been more of a slow crawl for me. I just beat Matador no longer.
When does 5 come out?
5 comes out in November.
November, okay.
And that could potentially be my game of the year.
Nice. Very nice.
Are you striving towards order or chaos this playthrough?
I always do chaos, because most of the time the chaos characters are just cooler. Shoutouts to Jimenez.
This edgelord. Chaos.
But we'll see. If they have a cool law character, I'll probably go with law. But more often than not, I like law alignments better, but the characters are not as cool. That's really the problem. The characters are not cool.
Law's always like, hey, I want to be with my buddies, my friends.
Yeah. Chaos is like, no,
Chaos,
check out this cool guitar solo.
Yeah. I'm going to sacrifice him so I become God.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know what? I dig that. Yeah,
Which
be
is,
your own God.
Which is, as someone who's never really dabbled in the main Shin Megami Tensei series, I've done a lot of wiki reading. It seems like they always kind of end in the same way of just fight God, either I become God or we like get rid of God.
Yeah,
but with different variations between each one.
And then neutral ends up being like, well, you know what? Let's keep the status quo, but like I get to be the one that calls it out.
Yeah.
And then you get unlock the fourth secret route. You just fight Yahweh, and then something else happens.
Which is like that's which is by the SMT series.
Don't know SMT. Persona 5 was the most SMT game of them all. Persona 5 was the most SMT Persona game of them all.
What about 3 though? 3 is
5. You have a giant god tower. After you after you unveil like, hey, everything that's the reality that you were witnessing is not real. We just
that is the most we're fighting God.
You're fighting the 4. Yeah, you have to fight the 4 archangels before you be Yalgoth. Yeah, like that is the most SMT shit ever.
But you get a happy ending though, in terms of like endingness. Yeah. Of just having that bittersweetness, I think 3
and you
has
shoot,
the feelings.
You fucking shoot God in the face.
That is true. Yeah. With a giant gun.
With your Satan gun.
Yeah.
You should get into Persona, man.
I do. I have 5. I haven't finished it, but I love 5. Mm-hmm. I put like 10 hours into it. It's awesome.
Hell yeah, that's like 1% of the game.
I know it's a long game. Trust me, I know.
But yeah,
But yeah, I've mostly just been playing Guilty Gear Strive and just doing...
Trying to get gooder.
Get gooder.
Trying to get gooder. You know.
I manage floor 8 and then I meet somebody in floor 8, we do a couple rounds and then get shut back down to round 7.
Knocked you down by 2 floors. That's rough.
Yeah. But it's fun. I mean, I'm enjoying it.
I'm still having fun too.
Never once do I feel like, oh shit, this person is cheating or doing something. It's like there's, because I play Potemkin. Potemkin has a kit for just every single character. It's like I'm using his kit wrong, or I'm why should I approach this differently? Gotcha. I never feel like, oh, this character is just overpowered or they're doing something dumb. It's like no, there's definitely like I definitely have an answer, and I just need to love it, and I'm enjoying it.
Also, just the matchmaking of the floors the floors feel right. Like this, I'm having even matches here, which is probably the
That's
most...
good for a fighting game.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best skill-based matchmaking of any fighter I've played so far, probably. Which is like, I'm having consistently even matches of skill level. This is great.
The more I was learning to use the RC dash, the more players I was facing that were using it too. Which, yeah, just kind of speak to it.
That's good.
I still maintain that floor 8 is when you're playing real Guilty Gear. And that's kind of what the wall is. It's going to be for a lot of like casual players. Yeah. Okay. If you're able to like maintain floor 8, I feel like then you're going to get really into the game.
Okay, cool.
Floor 6 is just chilling. Which is where I'm at, floor 6.
You're learning your character. You want to try out your character. Floor 7 is when you're just like, oh,
get a little sweatier.
We're dipping our toes into the different mechanics. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm actually using the RC, the proper color RC, not just pressing the button.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying that a lot, and I've been watching Anohana, which is a slice of life anime, which I don't watch a lot, but my girlfriend likes to watch it every so often, and fucking might as well watch it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking it a lot, and I don't like slice of life anime. I only know this slice of anime because one of the girls appears in a bunch of hentais I read.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
So when I first when my partner says like, hey, do you want to watch this? Like, yeah, sure thing. And I looked at that picture, I was like, oh, I know that girl. Why does she get up the butt so much?
Yeah. I've been popping bees to her. I know her. Yeah, I've been playing Guilty Gear Strive, just dabbling, trying things out.
I was a shill. I did bought the $15 color pack.
It's insane. It's insane.
I like the game enough to put money down on it, and then that's the thing. Like I like the game a lot. Like I want to make sure the characters I play look cool because the color selection is not the greatest.
No, it's very weak compared to past.
And
games.
and the color pack is not super good either.
Well, I got what I need, man. I got my red Ramlethal and my Soul Kai.
I got
my red carrot.
I was playing yellow Potemkin. I'm actually playing now purple Potemkin. He looks really slick.
Nice. Yeah. Nice and regal. Mm-hmm. But I've been playing other stuff other than Guilty Gear. I've gotten my free 3 months of Apple Arcade. I played Sky Children of Light, which is the new game from that game company who made Journey, Flower, all that fun stuff. Mm-hmm. It originally came out as a Apple Arcade exclusive, and let me just say, the console versions are right around the corner.
Oh, nice.
Play them on console. Because I hated the... those touch controls are...
Do you feel more in touch with your inner person after playing that game? Because that's what every single time I play those games, I'm just like, you know what, I'm ready to talk about this one thing that's been bothering me.
I like Journey a lot more, just because Journey is more focused and it's it's more mechanically focused, and I think more thematically focused. I just like that simplicity to Journey. More to this. This has more mechanics, just more things going on. A little too busy, and I'm not getting immersed in a game more if I'm fucking holding a phone and rubbing my thumb on it.
That's fair.
Like if my thumb is blocking like a corner of the screen and just it's not feeling as responsive because I'm using a fucking touchscreen controller. Sky, it's a nice looking game. It has, that kind of art direction that Journey has.
Right.
Play it on a console or PC. I'd probably ruin the experience for myself by rubbing on my phone with that game. But yeah, Sky Children of Light. Check it out on not a phone.
On not a phone.
I also cleaned up the demos I downloaded from Steam Next Fest. Played Sable.
How was it?
Played Sable.
Played Sable.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Well, the thing is, the again, it looks like it's going to be a Journey-like game.
Man.
Way more dialogue and talking than I thought it would be.
That's what I hear from
It's way more of an RPG.
That's what I hear from a lot of people that picked up Biomutant, thinking it was going to be a hack and slash.
There is a lot of story.
Yeah. There's internal monologue from the main character. You're talking to these people. There's quests. It's a lot more focused than I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to be exploring this desert world.
Like this kind of art house kind of game.
Yeah, which now that I know what it is, I'm mentally prepared for it. Of just like, all right, there's just going to be more hand holding, more skipping through dialogue.
How's the soundtrack?
I was listening to the podcast.
Oh my God.
Well, the whole thing of just like be in the moment and explore. Like I want to be chilling, listen to my guys talk about whatever, and just I want to maximize my chill experience with this. So I'm gonna be listening to podcasts. I don't care about Japanese breakfast.
Oh.
So yeah, just
her new album Jubilee is actually really good. I've been listening to it a lot. Talk about new albums. Fucking The Antlers released a new album. The Antlers were just like an indie.
Yeah, get out of here with your hipster music.
Yeah. Indie acoustic music from. They came up with Hospice, which is a lot of people's like album where they got noticed a lot of. And if you ever want to try to an album, listen to Hospice. But yeah, they came up with like a new album, and it's really Green Puppy, and I really like it a lot. Was not expecting me dipping back to my college years.
That's kind of where a lot of my music tastes are still hanging out.
College years?
I'm listening to a lot of like new emo music because my girlfriend still like listens to emo music, so I've been listening to emo music now. Not necessarily like that era of emo music, but I've been listening to a lot of the newer stuff, different things. I'm really been digging it.
Nice.
Just the whole like angstiness, I like it a lot.
I don't have time for feelings.
Brave Little Abacus is something I've been listening to a lot. I like him a lot. Yeah, I just have been watching a lot of stuff, so I just been listening to a lot of new albums. So I just watched one episode of Dark that you recommended. I watched. I want to watch Godzilla.
As do I.
Point. And I just been watching that, and I just
movie.
been watching Anohana. Other than that, I just been listening to music or playing Guilty Gear Strive.
Godzilla Singular Point.
Yeah, I marathoned the shit out of that.
Is it good? Because people didn't...
I don't think Godzilla's good.
That's fair.
There's maybe like 2 movies that I like.
That's fair.
But I'm still moderately interested in it. It's a lot of just people talking about science and pseudoscience.
I read a review that said this is a worthy... Not child, but like... This is worthy of Shin Godzilla. Like, this is a worthy, like, oh, this is Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of people talking for 80-90% of the show. It's interesting. It gets into some interesting sci-fi subject matter. And I like it, but I would never recommend it to anybody unless they're like a Godzilla fan.
So wait, I like Godzilla.
Okay. Even then, it's like it is just a lot of people talking about sci-fi, science-y stuff.
Well,
in
there's
that world.
2 Godzilla fans. There's Godzilla fans that are really into the mythos of Godzilla, what it is, where it came from, what it's supposed to represent. And there's also Godzilla fans that just like watching monsters wrestle each other.
It's the former.
Yeah.
It is just the science.
Mythos.
It's just the science-y talking about future technologies that can potentially ruin mankind.
Huh.
And
It's
Godzilla
just that,
happens to be that future technology. It's
Yeah.
a representation of that future technology. I'll check it out because I
Yeah,
really
'cause,
like.
As will I. I'll give it a shot.
I
like
like
singular
Shin Godzilla.
point kind of refers to like the singularity people are always talking about, like of technology and blah blah blah. There's AI involved. It's a whole time travel, quantum computing. It's a lot. You can't just passively watch it. You have to be very
One of
actively
my
paying attention
favorite
to it.
like Godzilla movies is Godzilla versus Violenti, and that's like one of the less Godzilla movies ever because it was written by a guy that didn't like Godzilla movies. He liked spy movies. So it was more of a spy movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like just a lot of scientific intrigue.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Plus, I like
I'll
the
give
new
it a
design.
shot.
I like the new design with Godzilla's weird fucking arms.
Oh, and his face looks like
Yeah.
a weird Sumie like Oni painting. It's interesting. It's interesting.
I hope he gets a figure because I really like it. Talking about figures, that's a
I'm really into Jet Jaguar now.
Jet Jaguar's fucking cool, man. Jet Jaguar's always been fucking cool. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, but it's weird because a lot of the monsters they don't take the classic kaiju form where Jet Jaguar's only like 20 feet tall, and a lot of these monsters are kind of smaller, with the exception of a handful of them. But it ties into the idea of just like the escalation of evolution and technology, where things are just advancing and the series goes on. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's an interesting show.
I was gonna jump on the point of like figure that I want to get. Do you have anything you want to get? Because I know you're a memorabilia guy. Like you get any figures,
it
your posters,
depends,
your
man.
things.
I mean, we're
Is there
looking
something
at,
that you're looking forward
John
to
117
pick
or
up?
112?
Not really. I do plan on adding more to my Michael Myers mask collection. But
Just Michael Myers?
I'm a huge Halloween fan.
I thought you were like you gonna get Love Guru Michael Myers.
Oh, no, like Halloween Michael
No, I thought you will have more. Because when you say you have a horror mask collection, I was
Evil?
picturing
Well,
like
that's
other horror people.
I don't have room, so I'm very picky about the masks I will collect.
Okay.
But I want to focus on Halloween because it's my favorite.
Fair.
And the new Halloween trailer came out, which I'm so excited for Halloween. Oh, I can't wait for October. But there's nothing really coming out that I want. Like, I mean, I didn't get the Dying Light 2 collector's edition just because the statue looks really dope, but I don't want to spend $200 or $300 on a game.
place just for it right there.
I know. So, as of right now, no.
No? Gotcha. I just looking to... I'm actually thinking of making the jump and getting a Berserk figure now that Miura died.
Yeah.
No.
But other than that, maybe a Shin Godzilla actual figure.
That'd be cool.
Because I don't have a Shin Godzilla, and I like Shin Godzilla's design a lot.
His tail is too long.
That's what I like. I like how fucked up looking it is. So like, oh, that's different.
I loved... oh, go ahead. Good.
I have a little Tamata-kun figure too, because I love his dopey looking eyes.
I love Gareth Edwards' Godzilla.
The iguana?
I do like that.
Because he's just nice and thick.
Yeah.
I love it.
I do like
and I just love
the,
Gareth Edwards because he did Rogue One.
The current movie Godzilla. I like his design.
He was very like throwback but modern age, which was really cool. So I like the current version of Godzilla.
It's more shaped like a bear, which I really like.
Yeah. He's thick. He's thick.
Thickzilla.
Thick boy. I also played Unmetal, a demo, it's a Metal Gear parody game. It plays like Metal Gear 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty fun and solid. A lot of comedy, a lot of yucks of just... which could be draining as time goes on with a lot of video game things. But yeah, it's just like a spoof on Metal Gear. I don't know. Have you guys played the original Metal Gear games?
Yeah. I played...
Not in like years.
You're talking about like the ones in back in the computer, like the MS-DOS?
Yeah.
Or we're talking about...
Like MSX?
Yes. Because the Metal Gear Collection had those games in the PlayStation, in the Metal Gear Solid 3 version.
Yeah, it does some fun things. Like the first weapon you get is you forge a slingshot, but to get that, like, you have to combine like a stick and an eye patch. So you have to like beat up a guy with an eye patch and steal his eye patch.
Yeah, like it does a lot of things that they sound like common sense. It's like, oh, you heard about a guy. If I remember correctly, there's something involving like a toilet because Kojima would involve something with like a toilet. But like you don't really think about it until you actually do it on accident. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah. But like it comes from like it has a frame narrative. Mm-hmm. So the story's taking place is you're being interrogated and telling the story of how you escaped from this base. Mm-hmm. So every time you do something interesting, it cuts back to the interrogation, and if that.
Oh, that sounds tiring.
Yeah. It's like you're interrupting my gameplay so I can throw in your couple jokes here. That's kind of annoying because like when you take the eye patch, it cuts back to the interrogation. It's like, wait, you took a man's eye patch? That's sick. And then like some jokes and whatnot.
That reminds me of King's Quest.
Yeah.
That made me actually stop playing the game, which made me really sad because I really like the old games, and when they remade them...
Yeah. It's like you're doing ludicrous stuff, and then it keeps cutting to commentary about how you're doing is what you're doing is ludicrous, which is fine in small doses. But if it like if they do it at a very steady pace, that would just wear on me. But yeah, it's fun though. If you wear the eye patch rather than combine it to make the slingshot, it cuts off half your vision for the
that's
game.
really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It makes it a lot harder. It does neat stuff. If anything, it makes me want to go back and play the original Metal Gear games more than play this game. But yeah, depending on... It's fun, depending on how the full game is, with how much it forces its humor on you. It might be getting annoying. Mm-hmm. But yeah. And today... It's Gundam Hathaway Day. July 1st dropped in the West and Netflix the new Mobile Suit Gundam movie. We could talk about that some other time because you haven't seen it yet, and you know
I'm on vacation. I'm taking vacation, and next week I'm going to be seeing my family for the first time in 3 years, and then the other half. So I'm taking vacation for like a week and a half. So the first week is family, the other week is me chilling here in Chicago. I'm probably gonna watch a bunch of things I've been catching.
Nice.
I've been wanting to catch up with.
Hell yes.
Just jerk it a lot too.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I was saying it might not be a good entry point, but it might actually be a good entry point.
Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't go too hard on like the.
Because this is based on the
lore.
this is based on the UC, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
like,
I'll watch it then.
So, like, the main things you take away from the previous thing is this one guy, he was involved in, like, a former war back in the day of, like, this insurgency, and then, like, the main government's still a dick.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah,
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's a solid introductory story. It doesn't get into, like, the mech stuff until the third act. It's just...
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's kind of just... You have this guy... who's kind of part of this insurgent movement against a fascist government.
So,
and then like he's just throughout the movie, his interactions with people has him questioning his motives of just like, what are we like? Is this really the right way to do this? And then him refining his resolve.
You're saying that Gundam is back to being a real
anti-war thing,
a real robot narrative.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Just back to like it really touches back to the roots of just having this anti-war message of just like this is how we get it, but is there a better way?
Gotcha.
And
like,
I guess
kind of questioning the morality.
Yeah, just like, well, that do our ends justify the means?
Right. Exactly. Gotcha.
And then like they don't, but we still have to do it.
Yeah, I'll check it out this weekend.
Yeah, how do you get through conflict without killing
I forgot
some
who
people?
this quote is. I forgot who this quote is from, but a good way to describe like what the original Gundam and messages was, aside from like selling toys, because that was the real reason why they put it up. Was just like there's no angels or devils, just people.
Yeah,
like, that just
okay.
Yeah.
And the problem with this movie is
the G or Z, however you pronounce it, XI, fight with Penelope as cool as I think it's gonna be?
It's interesting.
Okay.
It's not that great. It's round one because this is a series of movies, so it's who knows when we're gonna get the next one. But like since it's a series of movies, it's kind of a bummer because kind of one of the more interesting character dynamics starts building up at the end of it. And it's just like, well, gotta wait for the next movie to see the rest of this arc.
I'm mostly asking because my Penelope model kit fucking broke because a frame fall into it, and the G1 or Z, however you pronounce it, Kai Z, whatever.
Key, I think, is the Greek
got
for that symbol.
Put out this year as well. But they also, to commemorate the movie release, they put up a double pack with both of them together with special effects.
And you'll buy it.
I'm thinking about it because I really like the
Just
Penelope.
do it.
I really like the Penelope. I really like the key design.
Do it.
And my Penelope broke, so why not? And they're hard rates anyways. They're not hard. They're just big.
And you got spare parts if the Penelope breaks again.
No.
With how bulky it is.
I tossed it.
What?
It was broken, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna keep the box around for something.
Okay.
I just
That's
got rid
fair.
of it. Especially because I live in a studio. Like I need my space.
Yeah.
It's very true.
But you could have kept the parts for a mashup.
Like
Kit bashing. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. You never throw away spare parts.
Yeah. If only I got into kit bashing. I should look into that. It's fun.
When I have an abrupt ending, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Bye.